Cracked and broken asphalt
over. Yeah, I was on time. Okay, don't. I know everybody's probably like, oh, it's raining. LaVern's gonna be late. No, I wasn't. I was on time. I was on time. Thank you very much. I'm just tired. I'm a tired teacher, man. I'm telling you, I've been working it at both ends. Just too much going on. It's all wonderful, but man, oh man, the teaching schedule when you're in the throes of it, and there's just stuff going on all the time, and I was up trying to finish. We had a big news review we put out that I've committed to doing, and it was just a lot. I mean, it's just like a review of the entire semester, and I know there's things we left out. I'll just be honest. I was up until after midnight working on that thing, but it's done. Last newscast of the 2024 school year. And hi, Lee Marie.
I'm on mic number 2.
Oh, you've moved your mic around. Okay, there you go. There you go. Hi, Lee Marie.
Good morning and Merry Christmas season.
Yes, good morning and Merry Christmas season to you too. And I was telling her when she sat down, I said, it's all good. I said, but I'm just exhausted today. And I've got to be in Nashville tonight. So I'm just like, it's going to be a long day, but it's all good day. And go check out our newscast. I need to share that on my page. I don't usually do that. It's on the Greenbrier High School webpage. I'm so proud of our little newscaster, Jackson Dawson. Bless his heart. Everybody needs to pat him on the back. That boy was in the studio for a while. Because it's like a 10-minute newscast. I mean, but it's just like little hits from, just trying. And after I got done, I thought, I forgot to mention this. I forgot to mention it. Forgot to mention this. And so you learn something every time everything doesn't go quite right, And so now I had a professional development thing yesterday, and James Marshall was talking about the importance of filing and all this. And I thought, okay, we need files for the girls' soccer team. We need files for Renaissance Rally. We need files for all these things where we can park these images that we find through the year and little bullet points about what they've done. Because it was like writing a research paper this last week, trying to find everything and then gather the pictures. And it's done though. But I told somebody, I said, we're going to do a review. And then once I say something that I'm going to do, I have to get it done.
Yep.
So I haven't had much sleep. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
I love this idea. I messaged Lee Marie. Normally we'd have Ryan Martin coming in for the City of Springfield, but Natasha's coming in. Ryan had something going on this morning, so we're going to get to hear from Natasha. What is Natasha's last name?
Tice, I believe, Tice.
Okay, and I just put City of Springfield because I could not remember her name and I forgot to ask him. But nonetheless, she's coming in to talk to us about the mayor and alderman meeting last night. Buzzy Poole's first night at the helm. I bet that was a hoot. And we've had him in already, and so that's gonna be fun. But so I told her, I said, the 7:30 is open, and she said she came up with this great idea. Why don't I bring in the books that are on the local author shelf up at Crossroads? And I thought, that is a wonderful idea. I need to get mine back in there. I actually have one too.
Actually.
And I don't have it in. Oh, you do?
This one was on the
that
shelf.
one's still in there?
This
my gosh.
yes.
You can't even get that. That's like I need to buy that. I don't know that I have a hard copy
there you
of
go.
it right there. Oh, how funny is that? That's hysterical. We're going to redo this now that AI is a thing. I'm going to redo all my books. Okay. And because see, I love this. I need to talk to this lady, whoever did this, because I love.
Well, I was going to tell you, this cord right here. Everything in front of this cord is local authors. Behind the cord is just a few that I thought you would enjoy because I know that you are a groovy granny.
Oh, of course I am. How fun! So these aren't like. See, I see something like this, and I think, how did they produce that?
Right.
Because I've got this one, and I've got Why Mama Sings, that are books that would be beautiful gift books. And like I said, now that we've got the way that you can publish, anybody, it's like I tell people, the things that I've always loved to do that I was always trying to get an agent and a rep for and all this kind of stuff, you can do yourself. Everybody's a broadcaster. All you got to do is just broadcast. I mean, you're a broadcaster. Everybody can write and get published. I went through the angst of trying to find a publisher. I did. My book, Jesse, was published by 21st Century Christian. So, that's cool. And I love that I was able to do it. But now I don't own the rights to my book. If I do anything with my book, I have to talk to them at 21st Century Christian. And so I kind of regret that, And so, because I would like to repackage it even. And so, as an author, I love the self-publishing options that they have on Amazon now. It's absolutely fabulous. And so, because of AI, and I'm not an artist, I want to redo all my art. And so I'm gonna be redoing some stuff. And I've got a ministry book in my head that's just dying to come out, and a novella that needs to be in a play. I just love to write. I wish I had more time.
There's somebody else who just self-published.
Who?
Nick Bryant's daughter, Haley.
No.
Yes, Haley published a book of poems.
Are
And,
you? Oh, that's so cool.
Yes, about her healing. There's like 3 sections. I forget what it was, like hurt, healing, and I can't remember what the other one was. But we're definitely going to have her on.
Oh my goodness,
Yes,
I love
because
that child.
I was at
so talented.
Yes, I was at Fluellen when she gave like a testimony.
testimony.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah.
Kind of a renewal,
Mm-hmm.
rededication
Bless,
type.
bless.
Yeah.
She's in. Is she in high school now?
Yes.
Yeah, she's at Springfield, I guess. Isn't she?
Innovation Academy.
She's at Innovation. Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So we're going to have you on.
Yeah, that would be great. Oh my gosh.
And I told her too, as soon as she has extra copies, we want to get them on the local author
Yeah.
shelf of Crossroads too.
Absolutely. How fun is that?
All right, so if you have not been into Crossroads yet,
Yes.
as soon as you go into the store, you turn right, and on the first shelf on the right, you will see local authors. And for those of you who are new to town that you have not been to Crossroads yet, it is at 600 South Main Street in the square, right across Main from the beautiful historic courthouse.
Yeah.
So that's how you can find it. And they do have these pretty cool catalogs that have coupons on the back.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can have that. That's
Yeah,
extra.
That's awesome.
There's
I love that.
a ton of great gift ideas in that catalog, but
That's great.
in Crossroads, there are so many beautiful gifts. I was walking around yesterday because I said maybe I should bring a couple other things too. I just couldn't decide because there were so many great things. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to stick with the books.
Yeah, because you get in there, and that's we were talking. I know you were messaging me when I was talking about missing the Springfield drugs because they were always my go-to for gift items and stuff. And I will go through seasons where I'm in Crossroads a lot, and here lately I'm just not anywhere except at work or something with family. You know what I mean? And so I haven't done much shopping and all that kind of stuff. So I need to get in there because you can't beat it for gifts.
Right.
You just cannot. And now I buy a lot of T-shirts in there. I haven't been in to buy a T-shirt lately, so I need to go in. I have to go in and buy a couple of T-shirts from Nancy every year.
And they have a great selection of Bibles, which
Yeah.
you can get the names embossed for free
Yes,
if you
yes.
pay for it, if you buy it there.
Right.
If you bought your Bible somewhere else, you can still go in. I think it's like $8 or something like
Yeah,
that, and
something
you can
like
get
that.
them to put it on. So that's another really unique gift.
Yes.
But these I think would be just great gifts because these people are local.
Yeah.
And you're going to go in there and you're going to say like, "Did you know that Adam Callis?"
Oh, yeah. I've
Okay, you
him.
read this?
He's awesome.
All right.
Yeah, he's a neat guy.
Okay,
I love
alright.
his stuff. I love his stuff.
I did not
Oh,
even
yeah.
realize that this was there until
Oh yeah.
last night.
Yeah. He's written a couple of things that
So he's the head pastor of Coopertown Church of Christ, and he has a novel.
Yeah.
And
He's
then
got a couple of them. Yeah.
okay, and then I Can Even Dance. I don't know if I had her on my show. I'm not sure if I had her on your show yet. But this is so interesting. I actually read it last night. But Beth Johnstone, she's now the head of Life Christian Academy in White House.
Okay.
But she has an amazing story. Her first husband, it was a physical and emotional abuse situation,
wow.
and he actually shot her.
What?
Yes. This is, oh my gosh.
And that's that story.
Yes, this is that story, and it's now called I Can Even Dance.
Wow.
And that's actually where I met her. Is she was taking a swing dance class from me with her new husband, and I talked to her afterwards, and I heard her testimony, and I said, "Oh my goodness, you have to come on." So she actually came on to a Go show and talked about it. But that is the story of it, and it's also just a really good, informational and inspirational book to women who maybe are in abusive situations.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
that
That's
is in
one
there.
You could sit down and read like quickly. I mean,
Right.
I like little short books. There's an awful lot of people out there that won't even consider reading because they're like, "I don't have time to sit down and read." There's all kinds of books. There's, I talk about novellas, and the reason I like those are ones that you can easily adapt into a play. And so I've got this play in my head, and so I'm like, I think I need to write a novella 1st, and maybe then I can, because I don't know how to write a play, but it's just you have these things that you just got to do. But anyway,
Right.
I'm sorry, I
Oh,
digress.
no worries. So then I know many people know John Briggs. Matter of fact, I want to have him on your show I've had him on a couple times. He's a pastor, and a lot of people know him because his family actually, I don't know how many generations back, are very musical and have been singing. He also is a wonderful, his songs are on WSGI. So he does a lot of posts on Facebook right now, but this is one of his books. And so
it's a collection of different posts and things like that.
right. And like Stephen was, was looking through these. He goes, this is great. He said, one message that I got from this is no matter where you are, God is there with you.
Right.
And so, okay, so he's been on the show before. John Baumgartner's book.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Yep. There you go. Stroked
This
by
is
God.
an amazing story. And just the inspiration of him going through stroke and being a guitar player and thinking he's never playing again and coming back from that and the miracle of healing that he's had. It's just an awesome story.
And lately he's been
so inspiring.
He's been playing with Johnny Cash's oldest grandson.
Really?
Yes, I got to hear their Christmas show.
Oh, fun.
And so that was wonderful. So John Baumgartner, Stroked
That's
by
cool.
God.
That's cool.
And then, of course, Colonel Orndorff has several books there.
Yeah.
And I know that I think there's only 3 there right now. I know the rest of them you could probably get online, but there's 3, and Colonel Orndorff is always great to read. I know Stephen has read every single thing he can get his hands on by Chris, and so those are all there. Dr. Arlen Smith from Purpose Life has Fivefold Blessings released regarding tithing. And another Arlen here, Dr. Arlen Ross, has this one, and this is Steps to Make Your Dreams Come True. All you want to do can be yours. Just a real positive kind of, more of more. And then, goodness, there was so many. I was really surprised because I hadn't looked at the shelf for a while, I have to admit. This one is on motherhood, life hacks for mom, meditation for mom, season by season.
A beautifully published book.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah,
That would
really did a good job on that.
make a great gift right there.
Yeah, that's beautifully done. Oh my goodness! And like I said, as somebody that self-publishes and stuff, I'm like, okay, is this published or did she do this herself? I'm always curious as to the particulars on it because, because I mean this looks almost like it came to a publisher, published in Nashville. Work Harder Press.
Well, while you look at that, I'll talk about a couple of the others.
About that because I mean, there's so many people. Everybody has a story in them. And we need to write them down. We need to write them down. That's beautiful.
Then Dwayne Truitt has a couple books. I don't know if you have heard of him, but he does, like healing ministries, prayer for the sick. He's a singer-songwriter.
Okay.
And so he has both of these books.
Okay. I don't think I know. There's so many. I mean, there's a local lady, and you've had her on that writes a series, and I met her at the Trade Day thing, I think, and she is local.
Okay.
And I can't think of her name, but I've got her down. I've got her card somewhere because I want to have her on because she writes a series. Okay. And I just think that's cool too, and they're beautifully done too. But that's cool. So
and then Julie Godwin has the Sea of Glass, Prayer as Poetry. Okay. She's a co-host of a recovery podcast. Okay. She's worked in prisons as a chaplain, volunteer, and lecturer. She's worked in treatment centers. Wow. And so that looks really great as well. There's so many that now I'm like, all right, these are on my list.
Yeah, got to read them. That's great.
All right, so those, I think I covered everything now that
you've got out there.
Yeah, let's see. 7 Pathways Approach to Connecting with God. Mary Carmen Englert, Journey Through the Gospel of John.
Oh, that sounds good.
So that's another really good one. Let's see. I think
that's a study, and that's another one that's very well put together. It's got it's got like a workbook in it. This would be a great one for a study because it's got a place for you to answer questions and take notes and reflections and all of that. So I know a lot of people that they have to have something like this going all the time. That's their devotional time. Is they've got to have a devotional book all the time going where there's a study in it, and it can't be just a reading book. There's got to be some blanks in there for them to answer and reflect.
And then so those are all from the local authors shelf, and again, that's as you walk in Crossroads, turn right. Yeah. And right now there's Christmas books on the top shelves, but on the bottom shelves are the local authors. Right. So that's where those are right now. And then you were talking about devotionals, so I brought some of these devotionals that look pretty interesting because you can get, like this one is Conquering Anxiety, Devotions for Women.
Okay.
And teen girls and teen boys for choosing courage.
Yeah.
180 Bible verses for a less stressed life, devotions for women.
What a great little stocking stuffer, y'all.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think these are only like $5.99
Yeah,
for these
yeah.
little guys here.
Yeah.
And then this is How God Grows a Strong Boy, a devotional for younger boys.
Right.
And so
Very cute.
and then, of course, this book is on the shelf over there, even though it's not a local author, but Shannon and John Baumgardner opened Wellspring Ministries of Springfield, and this is the book that they're using, and so it's in demand, so Nancy's carrying it over there at Crossroads. So if you haven't read Biblical Foundations of Freedom, Destroying Satan's Lies with God's Truth by Art Mathias, I highly recommend this book. It is a life-changing book. A lot of recovery programs use it. But everybody would benefit from this. So another great one. And then, of course, I know because you love your grandkids so much,
yes.
I had to bring some granny books.
Of course.
So this one is called Groovy Granny and the Character Bees.
That's cute.
Isn't that adorable?
That is very cute.
They have a great selection of kids' books and kids'
yeah.
Bibles.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
You could just go in there for hours.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, sometimes Stephen is in there, like I can't find him because he's in there, back in there. Thank you, God, for Grandma. Look at that. And this is like a real little kid's book. It's got the thick pages.
Yeah.
And then,
It's what we call a board book.
yes, a board book for the youngins. And then this one, Bringing Big Emotions to a Bigger God. God, I Feel Sad. And so I was reading this last night, and I had to stop when I saw this one particular page. Let me see if I can find it really fast. But this is it's just great to, there's so many things going on. And so it's just really great to be able to let kids, read something like this so that they know, like, it's normal to be sad. These certain things will make you sad, but, God is there for you. I will find the particular page that I was looking for. And I had to laugh because it was adorable.
Well, and it's I like these books that talk to the kids about their emotions and that they're okay, and that I particularly grew up in an era that don't cry. Well, no, crying's okay. And that wasn't my parents, but I'm just saying general society. I had awesome parents, but a lot of people, it's like, especially if you were a boy, boys don't cry, suck it up, that kind of thing. And I've been accused of being that kind of a mother, and my boys know better than that. But I would try to make them, like, if they fell down, be like, hey, you're okay, that kind of thing. But no, I never chastise them for sharing their emotions. I'm being defensive now. My children like to pick at me now that they're older. Now that they're all nearly 30. My middle kid turns 30 on Saturday.
Oh.
And then my baby turns 29 in February. So they love to pick on me, anything, you know how it goes. So what have you got there? Did you find it?
Okay, I found it. So this one is talking about, it says, draw a picture, sing a song, or write all about your feelings in a story. Get up and move to your favorite music. Dance until the sadness disappears.
There you go. You got to love that.
I got to love that.
There you
Because
go.
that is true.
Yes.
Dancing is so good for you. And, my dance studio is right next to Crossroads.
Yeah.
No excuse to not be able to find it. We're both at 600 South Main.
There you go.
And you can do, gift certificates for Crossroads. I mean, that is a great gift, especially
Yes, it is.
with all the homeschoolers out there, because they
Yeah.
have a lot of homeschool supplies there.
They have tons.
So getting a gift card to Crossroads is not just for a gift, but I mean, they could actually use it on curricula,
Oh, yeah.
and Nancy's real knowledgeable about that because she homeschooled kind of before it was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was one of the first homeschoolers, and then, a lot of her grandkids are homeschooled, not all of them, but many of them are. So she really does know, like, what's the best curriculum for a particular, type of, personality and stuff like that.
So she is a wealth of knowledge and fun to talk to and just fun to visit with. And we love you, Nance. And I think this was such a great idea because right here at Christmas time, especially, people forget. Just like, I have not been out shopping. So I haven't walked in there and gone, oh, yeah. And because, that one thing, too, we'll go in there a lot of the times and get the chimes and things like that for a memorial gift. Yeah. I'm just one of these, I don't really like to send flowers, I like sending something you can keep. And I think that got started with me when the Hagans, I'm going to mention the Hagans again, they gave me a gift of some chimes when my father passed because it was so sudden, and I just cherish them. And so I don't know. I just think that's a cool thing. And Nancy has those chimes that have like How Great Thou Art on. If she doesn't have one in stock, she can get it. But you can go in there and see all the cool stuff she has, those chimes that are just very special, and then hang them somewhere, and you just, every time you hear them, you think about your loved one. And it's just,
And there is a
cool
whole
thing.
section, a whole wall,
Yeah,
like we
they
have
really
the
do.
cardinals, the
They have
gifts
tons of stuff.
and stuff like
Tons of
that.
stuff. Just a beautiful store. Beautiful store. I
And
remember,
cards, I mean, beautiful cards.
yes. Yes. If you want to, if you're going to go, if you're going to be that person that sends a card, then why not, get some Jesus on them too?
Amen.
Absolutely. And I love that. I love that.
And they have a card royalty program, so get your little card. So after a certain amount of cards, you get a card free.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, their cards are beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, they are. They're just spectacular. And then they have all their little have-tos that you have right there at the cash register, those impulse buys that you go, oh, that's cute. I don't think I ever go in there that I don't pick up something that's right there at the register and
Oh,
go,
yeah.
I think I need that.
Yeah.
And it's
I almost
just so
brought some of the
funny.
little hand wooden crosses.
I keep
those.
those all the time. When my daughter-in-law's dad passed so suddenly, and he was, way too young, and it was just a tragedy. I went in and got, I think, about 10 of them just to give her family, just to hang on to. And because I just thought, I was just like, what? I didn't know what to do, because it was just such a tragedy. And so, but I remember I went in and bought a bunch of those and just, gave them to him just to hang on to. And those are real special to me. I love those little wooden crosses you keep in your pocket. And they have stones and things like that if you don't want something that large. I like the crosses because they fit your hand. If you're praying and you want to hold on to something and just kind of draw. I have attention issues, if you haven't figured that out. And so if I have something in my hand and I'm praying, it helps me focus. It helps me. Do they still have the little Jesuses?
They do. They still have the little Jesuses.
Little Jesuses, I'm telling you guys, this has been hysterical. We've had so much fun with the little Jesuses, but you can get your little Jesuses in at Crossroad too. And just hand those out. You want to just give somebody a smile. See somebody that maybe is not smiling, say, hey, you look like you could use a little Jesus today. And if you get a little Jesus, you're going to want a whole lot more. That's always
And you can get a little more Jesus tonight. Can I tell you about one
go
thing
for
that's
it, go
going
for
on? Okay, because the Grace Baptist, not only the Academy, but also the church kids, Next Gen Kids, are doing a Christmas program tonight, and it's called Nativity.
Oh, nice.
And it's at 6 p.m. So that is their Christmas program.
Yeah.
So last Wednesday was the little pre-K kids.
Right.
But this is going to be the ones above that age.
Okay.
And Braden, who's in charge of the Next Gen Kids, he is so awesome and creative. This tonight is going to be awesome. So it's free admission. It's over at Grace Baptist Church on Walling Road. You know where it is. And I should give the address. Someone said, you always say you know where it is, and I don't know where it is. So I will give you the address for the newbies in town. 2176 Whaling Road in Springfield. Again, it's 2176 Whaling Road. And that's Grace Baptist, and it's their kids program tonight at 6 p.m. But there's other stuff there. There is their candlelight services coming up December 22nd at 5 p.m. I love candlelight services.
I do too.
I try to go to all that I can find.
Me too. And I love them. I absolutely love them. And I just wish I could go to all of them. I want one like at midnight at Christmas. I haven't found one. I want one late. Of course, I don't have to get up and deal with all the stuff. I'm that person now that's just like, I've already done Christmas with my family. Now I'm far from done because I've got other things I've got to do for people. And plus two, my son's 30th birthday is this weekend. And so I think the plan is still they're coming out to the farm to celebrate that. And so I got to get ready for a party. But this is his home, and and that's where he wants to celebrate. The only problem is it's going to be like 30 degrees, and he wants to have it outside. And I'm like, ooh. Anyway, go ahead.
So the last thing I wanted to mention that Crossroads has is they have a lot of resources for churches. They have like the communion cups and just a ton of things, the bulletins.
Right.
The pre-printed ones. And you can even order, like when we had that Pray for TN event.
Yeah.
I was able to order one, and they came right in real fast. So you just go see them if you're a church and you need supplies, especially if you need them right away, because they already have some stuff there.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. So
Something
the
to
church
remind
resource guide.
I'll leave that with you too.
All the things that you need, guys. They have got them, and I love it. And we love Nancy. She's been at it. How long have they had that store? I remember when they bought it from Keith.
It's a good question. I don't know, but
it's been a minute.
I'm so thankful that Nancy and Steve have that store, and their whole family, is involved with
Yes,
it. And,
very involved.
a lot of communities are losing those mom and pop shops.
I know.
And that's so sad. And we don't want to lose them. And it's a ministry really for them. I
It
mean,
is.
So I'm just so happy that they are still there and it's in the square.
Yeah.
Let me give the hours so people
yeah.
can stop by. So Monday through Friday, they're open 10 to 6. And then Saturdays 10 to 3. Now, there are some more carriage rides left. I believe Thursday, Friday, Saturday of this week. I'm not for sure, but obviously you had to sign up early and all that. But the reason why I'm saying that is they stay open later on those carriage nights because of the extra. So, if you're like, oh man, I work in Nashville till 6, I can't make it, you can find out because I'm pretty sure Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this week, they will be open later to maybe 7:30 or 8. So here's their phone number, though, if you want to verify that. This is for Crossroads, 615-384-0169. Again, that's 615-384-0169, Crossroads. And they also do have a Facebook page, so you can, check that out, too. So...
Outstanding.
All
Local authors, all kinds of great gift items. Great job, Lee Marie.
Oh, thank you.
And how's your well at the square going?
It's
How's
doing great. Matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that because I forgot to say that because Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve fall on a Tuesday night,
Yeah.
and that's normally when I have some night classes, I am adding classes because everybody said, I don't want to go that long without classes. So be checking Well in the Square is my Facebook page, and I'm also posting it on Lee Marie Facebook page. But I've been adding classes. Like, for instance, this morning, I'm doing a class at 11 a.m. I usually don't do classes on Wednesday mornings, but I am today because so many people have other things going on. So I'm adding classes. So and you can always text me or email me, retrolee@gmail.com. That's retroleemarie@gmail.com. Because, like I said, I'm adding classes to make up for the different, Christmas holidays. But right now, we're doing line dance lessons every Monday morning, every Tuesday morning, every Thursday morning at 11 a.m. And you obviously don't need a partner. You don't need any experience. 2 left feet are perfectly fine. Right now, they're only $10 a class. And what we did is some of our favorite line dance choreography, we've now put to some Christmas songs.
Fun.
Yeah. So like last night, we did 3 of our favorite dances, but we did them to Christmas songs.
Good.
And so just to kind of give a little extra joy, and fun with that all. And then Stephen is doing stretching classes, which are amazing because when you get your body to engage all of those muscles together, your body works at dissolving fat faster. You can actually, while you're sleeping or sitting, you will work off fat more if your body is working, after these stretching classes. So he's doing stretching, and then we're also doing East Coast swing and Lindy Hop swing classes. So get your gift certificates. It's a great, really it is giving the gift of joy.
Yeah.
And health.
Yeah. Well, see, I would think you were talking about the ones that don't want to miss because it's exercise. This is something. My husband and I, this is on our bucket list to get in there and take some dance because it's something we really want to do. It's just a time factor, trying to work it all in.
And right now, with every $100 gift certificate, you do get to pick out any shirt that you want that's in the
fun.
store. So you get a free shirt with those
Where
$100.
are you getting your shirts? Are you fixing those or?
No, I'm getting them. I'm not going to carry them forever. I was on vacation and I found some. And so once I get through those, I'm probably not going to, because I really need the space for dancing.
I gotcha.
But I thought, well, I'll sell some for right now.
Sure.
So,
okay. I love your spirit. I love your just entrepreneurial. I'm just everywhere all the time. I'm telling you, I love you.
Well, cowboy hats, we do have a lot of different ones. We have, the
course you do.
flag,
So funny.
and the cowgirl, pony print. So we do have our $25 cowboy hats right now. So those
Okay.
make good gifts too. You can
Okay.
stick the gift card in that.
Well, that's true. And I mean, it would be, if you're trying to figure out what in the world can I get somebody, I mean, give them the gift of dancing. And if you don't know, Lee Marie has got such a rich resume when it comes to her experience as a dance teacher. And just, talk to her about it, go and see her, and can't recommend her enough. Love you, friend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
right.
as well. And she's going to be filling in for me a lot. I'm only going to be here Thursday next week. Then I'm going to be out that following week. I'm taking some time with Christmas, and so there you go.
All right.
And you're going to do a show Monday? Are you going to do a Christmas Eve show?
Whatever you wants.
Yeah, but I know we're not going to. I know there won't be a show on Christmas Day or New Year's Day.
Yeah, I could do Christmas Eve.
I don't
think
know about Christmas Eve, and he may not want to show Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. I just don't.
I'll
know.
touch base with them and
But
find
we'll
out.
have to figure it out. But we're going to keep doing this, and I started this. I started this show on I think New Year's Day, like 5 years ago. Maybe. I don't know how many years it's been now. Honestly, I'd have to look it up. But we started in the new year. So we're coming up on our anniversary with One Street Over. So it's
Very
very cool.
cool.
I see Natasha out
Okay,
there. so we
good.
better make
And
the
just a
switch.
reminder, tune in here today at 8 because the Go Show comes on. So we'll be going over calendar items. And we're also going to have Brother T. Rawls come on.
Yes.
So.
Okay. Very good.
All
Very
right.
good. Awesome. Lee Marie will be back with the Go Show here very shortly. So as we're letting her kind of get her stuff together and make her way back out, we've got Natasha coming in from the city of Springfield. She's in for Ryan this morning. So we're going to let them make the switch. And while they're doing that, that's a good time for me to talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty. If you need help in real estate, folks, you know, these are my friends. I trust them. I was thinking the other day, the one that's coming out that's celebrating his birthday on Saturday, we're really wanting them to move back here and build. But they want to build we own property we've got this hillside. We don't have access at the top of the hill, but they would like to build up there. So the only way he can do that is if property becomes available that would give us road access. And so, things like that, Barry and Rebecca know that. And so they know that if some property were to come available that would give us road access on the backside of our property, then we're interested. You can do that with a realtor. Did you know that? That if you have something, maybe you're wanting to just kind of finish off a line on your property line. You're wanting to just maybe turn a corner or something like that, and you're wanting to just have some cleaner lines to your property line. They can help you with that. They can help you, make sure that if property coming next to you is coming up for sale. You want to have a realtor that has got experience. Rebecca's been at this a very long time. She came out of another career, but was interested in real estate. And so when she had she decided she wanted to change careers, she really looked at which company will help me be everything that I need to be and help me answer all the questions that I need to answer. And she found that with the Exit Company. And she was with the Garden Gate team for many, many years. And then when Barry opened up the brokerage office, Rebecca said, well, why don't we put the brokerage office and the agency office together, and we can put together a new branch in the Exit tree. So that's how Exit Prime Realty was born. They started Exit Prime Realty. You can come on in and sit down, honey. Exit Prime Realty first of this year, but they have been going strong, and they are up in the Cross Plains area. They've been there for nearly 30 years. They are local. They are one of us here in Robertson County. So they specialize in Robertson County properties, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky because, like me, they're originally from Kentucky. So they understand what it's like to, live in Kentucky and work in a state that doesn't have a sales tax and live in one that does. They can help you with all that. Rebecca's one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist. She can help you if you're trying to downsize, just do any of the things you're wanting to do with property maybe you've had a long time. But she is available by phone, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. And we would be remiss if we didn't mention her marketing husband and how wonderful it is to have a marketer on your team when it comes to selling property to make sure it pops off the page when everybody's looking so quick at real estate listings. Yours is going to pop because he does a fabulous job as an expert at media marketing. He was a media marketing vice president for nearly 17 years up in Nashville before he went into real estate. They will mentor you. They will help you in any way. Reach out to them today. Rebecca and Barry Richards, Exit Prime Realty, sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, B-U-Y, robertsoncounty.com. And please always let them know that you turned Cincha. And Natasha, remind me of your last name.
Natasha Tice.
Tice. That's what Lee Marie was saying. And I wasn't 100% sure, but so glad you're here. Ryan messaged me last night. He goes, Natasha's coming. And I just said, okay, what is her last name again? But anyway, good to see you again. And you are here he sent it to me now. Too late, Ryan. But anyway, so funny. But you're the social media person.
Yes. So my official title is
Turn
public.
that microphone to where you're talking into the front of it. Yeah, there you go.
Perfect. So my official title is public affairs coordinator, but yes,
Gotcha.
I do handle all our communications, including our social media.
Okay, public affairs coordinator.
Yeah.
And how long have you been with the city now?
I've been with the city for just under 2 years.
Really? Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy? It
it's
seems like
crazy
you
how
just
time
got there
flies.
to
I
me.
know. I was
Wow.
thinking about that because shortly after I started was the first time I came out on your show, and I
Yeah.
was thinking, it feels like it was just yesterday.
Yeah, it
that I
really
came out.
does. It goes quickly. So what do you think about your gig there? You loving Springfield?
Springfield is, I don't even know how to describe how much I love
Pretty
the
awesome,
people that
isn't
work
it?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something that's really unique about my role is that I spend time with nearly I say nearly, but really with every department in the city of
That's
Springfield.
cool.
Yeah, and so I get to meet all the different people that work at the city. And something that a lot of people might not realize is no matter who you're talking to, no matter what department that they work in, if you ask them, hey, what made you want to come work at the city? Their answer most likely is going to be some variation of, I wanted to help people.
Cool.
It is just, it's amazing.
That's
I have
neat.
nothing but good things to say.
Isn't that great? I love it. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're with us. And you had the opportunity to be at the mayor and alderman meeting last night.
I
And
did,
you're going to
yes.
give us a recap of it. Everybody wants to know, how did Buzzy do?
Oh,
Mayor Buzzy.
fantastic. Mayor Poole, he is fantastic. He did a great job. It was his first meeting. He is just so capable, so intelligent. You can just really tell while he's up there that he has really just got this.
Yeah.
He's so prepared. He's so ready to jump
Well,
in.
I had never really been around Buzzy, and I had him on right before they swore him in, and was just really intrigued and was very interested in his background
Yes.
and his work experience, which is phenomenal. I mean, it was very interesting that he talked about some of the things he has done in his career, and then of course we all know him as the musician and the singer, the band guy. But I was really intrigued with Buzzy and didn't know anything about him because I'm not a city resident, so I've never been able to vote in these
Right.
elections, so I don't know as much about. Ann's a dear, dear friend, love her to pieces, and so I knew her and supported her, but I didn't know anything about Buzzy really, just that he played in the band. So it was really interesting to get that insight and understand his career background and how really, I mean, like you said, just has really probably uniquely suited him to do this job.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's going to do a great job. I think and Ann did a fabulous job. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he does and to have him in again. He's a lot of fun to talk to. So
Yeah, he's a great conversationalist,
yes.
and it's just been great to see him really jump in, and
Yeah.
he has fit in so well from the get-go. So.
Very good. So he did okay. Well,
Yes,
good.
he did very
'cause
well.
We were all kind of wondering. Well, we knew he would.
No,
we knew he
so-
would. So did you have a long meeting or was it kind of quick and
So we did have kind of a quick meeting, but it's funny that you mentioned Mayor Poole attended the meeting for his first meeting because we had another guest. LaVern, are you familiar with the story of the elf on the shelf?
Oh yes.
So Springfield has our very own elf on the shelf. Her name is Sprinkles
Funny.
the elf. She flew in from the North Pole to help educate us all about the different city services that we provide to our residents. And
How
so,
fun.
yeah, so she kind of helped us kick off the meeting because every meeting we have a public comment period. I know that you know what this is because I'm always telling people about it. But to anyone out there who is a little unsure about what exactly I am talking about, we start off our public meetings with a public comment period. That is the perfect example or perfect time to come in and make sure your voice is heard and address our board directly. All you have to do to sign up is head to springfieldtn.gov/comment. And while you're on there, you can sign up. And when the day of the meeting you come in, you have 2 minutes to talk to the board about anything that is on the agenda, any topic on the agenda that you'd like to speak to. And that's just one of the things that we do to make sure our board has a chance to hear directly from our residents, because something we're always saying at the city is we want feedback. We want to know what our residents want, their opinions, their desires, because like I said earlier, we're here to serve our residents.
So how would they find, because that's the one thing, that's the caveat to that is it's got to be something on the agenda. It can't just be random. It's like, I want to talk about this. It's got to be in line with what they're planning. So say, how do I find out what's going to be coming up on the agenda? If there's something I want to address?
that is, I'm so glad you asked me that. Just head to springfieldtn.gov/agenda center.
Okay.
And on there, you can view the agendas for all of our public meetings that we have on there.
How quickly do you get those up? Because you have the meeting happens. I have to think about it. You're on the third Tuesday of the month.
Yeah,
correct?
so definitely
Third
the
Tuesday's
week of.
mayor and alderman.
Yeah. About a week.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's
So
up
you
there for
have
about a week.
Yeah.
Okay,
So there's plenty of time to go on there and check what's
Okay.
coming up on the meeting.
very good.
Yeah.
And so if there's anything if there's something that's on my mind, can I submit something for the agenda?
So that would be the perfect opportunity to reach out to your alderman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can find out who your alderman is by heading to springfieldtn.gov. And we actually have an interactive map that our GIS department put together, so you can search your address and find out who your alderman is. I'm a huge GIS nerd. That's Geographic Information Systems, and we have a fantastic GIS department. They put together all these great maps, so
Uh-huh.
that's one of the maps that we have on there.
Okay, so that's the pathway. If you've got something you're like, well, I want to know about this, talk to your alderman. They can bring it up as put it on the agenda or work to get it on the agenda if they think it's appropriate. And then you can come in and possibly even comment on it, right?
Yeah,
That would be the
absolutely.
process. Very good. So what else did you guys have after you met with the elf?
After we met with the elf, we had some stuff come up with our Parks and Recreation department. This is very exciting. Everyone out there might want to turn up your volume a little. So they approved the bid for construction of the Garner Street Park restrooms and pavilion to Slagle Construction Inc. of Springfield, Tennessee. So what that means is that construction of the new restrooms and pavilion coming to Garner Street Park will happen very soon. This goes in line with kind of this ongoing larger project we have to revitalize that park over at Garner Street. Back in September, they voted to award a bid for the new playground coming to Garner Street.
Terry and I have talked about that a few times. He's been in, and he talks a lot about that. But yeah, we've gotten some information on. So that's good that bid is moving through because they need the restrooms bad.
Yes.
For
We're gonna have new restrooms, a new pavilion. Like I said, we're gonna have a new playground. One of the most exciting things about that playground is it's going to be an accessible playground. This is our second accessible playground in Springfield. The first was the playground over at Martin Luther King
Explain to
Jr.
people
Park.
what that means for those who might not understand when you say accessible.
Yeah, of course. So our goal is to make sure that there is a place in Springfield for every child to play, regardless of their differing abilities. Those accessible features will include things such as a wheelchair accessible glider, things like that, so that the children of all levels can play together.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Being in the school system and having children that have come through my class that need that, you just see because if you're not around kids that have these disabilities, you don't really understand just how difficult it is when they don't have when they don't have a space for themselves. So I think that's just wonderful. I love that.
Yes, and I love that our Parks and Recreation department is so focused in on that. They've actually partnered with a local company, Shine Pediatric Therapy, and
Love Shine.
yeah,
They're
we do
cool.
various things with them. They actually were just at our Christmas parade. Shine and Springfield Family Dentistry actually hosted a sensory-friendly viewing area of our Christmas parade.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So it was on Fifth Avenue at the dentist's office, and we instructed all of our parade floats, hey, when you approach, turn off music, things that might be overstimulating, stuff like that, so they can still enjoy the parade, but without having that oversensory moment.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That's very cool. We're talking with Natasha Tice. She is the Public Affairs Coordinator at the City of Springfield. And she is sitting in for Ron Martin today, giving us an update on the mayor and alderman meeting. What's next?
Yeah, so just jumping quickly back into that playground thing, we're hoping construction of that will start in January 2025,
Okay.
weather permitting. Something
Right away. Yeah.
Yes, very soon. Something fantastic about that playground too is that it's going to include a replica of our historic clock tower. Yes.
Oh,
so
I love
exciting.
that.
I
That's
just cannot
gonna be
wait.
cool.
Yeah, just really add a sense of heritage and just a very
That's
distinct
cool.
local flair to our park.
That's really special. We have losing our courthouse and clock tower in Mayfield to the tornado. There was a building that did a replica kind of it, and that just kind of, I don't know, when I'm back home and I drive by that, it just is nice. And I'm hoping, I wish they would do something, if they ever rebuild, I wish they would do something reminiscent of it. But there's a building there that has an echo of the old clock tower.
Mhm.
And I think it just kind of makes us all kind of, give a warm and fuzzy, and so I think that's neat. I think that's
Yeah,
really neat that they're
absolutely.
going to give a nod to that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love that. That's really cool.
Yeah, just a little reference to our historic downtown.
For sure.
Something we actually just installed over there is a new light by the skate park.
Okay.
So residents, if you're over there and you're skating and everyone knows that daylight savings, it has gotten dark
So
pretty
dark.
early. Yeah. So they installed a light that people can choose to turn on over there. It's a big green box. You can't miss it. Just hit that
Oh.
light yourself, and if you're skating over there, you can light up the area.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So that's one that is okay. That's cool. That's really cool because I mean it's crazy how dark how early it's getting dark right now. But we're on the other side of it, so we'll start getting light again.
Yes.
We're at that point. So we're already starting to gain back some time. We've already had our darkest moment. So anyway,
Yeah, absolutely.
so
So something else that happened was we approved resolution 2425, just amending some verbiage in the city's personnel policy. I know spoke about this briefly earlier, but just a reminder, the city of Springfield is a fantastic place to work. Great benefits, paid holidays, sick time. And like I said earlier, just a real chance to make a difference in the community.
mhm.
I was talking to some high school seniors about this recently at Phoenix Academy. It is a great way to stay in your hometown, get a
Mhm.
fantastic job, to support yourself and your family, and just really make a difference in people's lives because something a lot of people don't realize is how much local government really affects your day-to-day life.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. You want to when you need help, you want to make sure you've got people that know how to help you
Yeah,
and that are
absolutely.
nice.
Yeah,
That's one thing. We're just nice here.
absolutely. And yeah, you know where to find us. We're all
Yeah.
at City Hall.
Yeah.
So you can head to springfieldtn.gov/hiring to view our open positions.
Do you have several?
We do. We have our police department is hiring right now. That is a fantastic career. If you'd like to chat with them a little more before you apply for something like that, you can actually head to Coffee with a Cop on January 9th.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be at 8:30 at Dunkin' Donuts. Now, the intention behind that is to develop positive relationships with our community and our police department. But I know that every officer there would be happy to talk to you more about like a career at the Springfield Police Department and answer any questions and concerns that you have before you turn in that application.
Very good. I've got one of my students that's about to graduate. I think that's his eventual path. Now, he's looking at military first, but that's his eventual path because his dad's
Yeah.
there. His dad he's a city officer.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, and I just think that's cool because he's like, yeah. I'm like, I like your plan, brother. I like your plan. So, but that's cool. I love that. So, what else have you got for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So we approved appointments to various board, including the Springfield Robertson County Airport Board. They reappointed Lewis Walling. Have you been out to our airport?
Oh yeah, many times. I
we
love
have a
it.
fantastic airport.
We live very near it, and so we get to see
Yeah.
things come flying in. We just love that. We love watching air fly. I mean, we just love.
Yeah.
We're kind of on the pathway going into Fort Campbell, so we get to see all the big things. Fort Campbell heads out, and sometimes even comes into there's things that come into our airport because our airport's big enough to handle things that you can't. I mean, they can handle big planes,
Mhm.
and so we get to see some fun stuff. Yeah, we love it. We love being
Yeah.
over next to the airport.
Absolutely.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and
It's
I
really
know
cool.
they always are encouraging folks to come on in and just go watch the planes land. And if you're ever not sure, well, I don't know if that's for me, they host different events throughout the year. During the summer, they host Food Truck Fridays. They'll bring in a food truck. It's just a great way to like really encourage you for your first time to go
Right.
out there and spend some time out there. They recently hosted a Santa fly-in.
Oh yeah.
yes,
Yeah. I think
yeah.
was that last weekend.
That was last weekend,
yeah.
yeah. So if you did miss that, you can still see Santa at Winter Wonderland this
Mhm.
Saturday. He's going to be there on December 21st for our activity night with bounce houses, a petting zoo, pony rides, and like I said, Santa in the historic cabin at J. Travis Price Park.
So, okay, that's a good point to bring up because I was kind of assuming that our activity because it was supposed to be this past Saturday night and it got
Yeah,
rained
it
out,
was
and so
rained
they
out.
moved it. So they
So
moved
they-
it to the 21st
So
because
they didn't move it. They have it planned for every Saturday from December 7th, December 14th, and December
Really?
21st. Yeah, so we
so you
offer-
can walk through then this
Yes.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
I misunderstood Terry because I thought he said that we could only walk through the first two Saturdays.
So we do have that third Saturday option.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that because I thought that the second one got rained out. Awesome. That's
Yeah.
great to
Yeah,
know.
that's another
I'm so glad you
opportunity.
straightened me out on that because I did not realize that.
Yeah, Winter
Very good.
Wonderland. It's fantastic.
Oh, I love it.
We've been very unlucky with the weather.
I know.
We're really torn up about it. It's
Yeah.
not our favorite thing, of course. But we have had, we learned at our alderman meeting last night, about 13,000 visitors already have come through the park.
You'll
to
have a
enjoy Winter
bunch over the
Wonderland.
next couple of
Yeah.
weeks. Well, or over the next week. And you figure the Saturday night you opened, that was wonderful.
Yes.
It was a perfect night. So that was great. But like you said, the rain keeps people away. I mean, you just think, because
Yeah.
do you have the things on in the rain?
So electricity and water aren't really the best mix.
Yeah.
So we can try our best, but if we cancel it, it's because we can't
Yeah,
host the event.
gotcha. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotcha. But Saturday's looking. It's going to be cold, but I don't think we've got rain in the forecast
I
as
checked the
much.
other
I
day
think
and
it's
it
going to be a
looked-
decent
yeah.
night Saturday night. So
Yeah.
good. That's great to know.
Yeah, it's really great. This is our 24th year of doing
That's
it
wild.
at the park.
Mm.
I know, it's such a
Yeah.
great tradition. And it was actually featured in the state of Tennessee's Department of Tourist Development's picturesque holiday card photo shoot locations in
Okay.
Tennessee, all of Tennessee.
That's great.
Yeah, it is. It's a great offering.
And it's free.
It's free, yes, including the activity night.
Yes.
A lot of people don't realize that,
Yeah,
but it's free.
Because so many of these Christmas light places, you have to pay a
Yeah.
lot to
No,
drive
we're
through them.
very pointedly
Yeah.
keep it free for
I
anyone who
love
wants
that.
to come through.
I absolutely love that. That's great.
Yeah, all the departments pitch in to create the scenes. It's an event that everyone is just
Mhm.
thrilled to host every year.
Very cool. I love it. So get to Winter Wonderland this weekend. You can still walk through on Saturday night. That's
Absolutely.
great. Great news. So what else we got for us?
Yeah, so we also mentioned that we had our Christmas parade on December 7th in downtown, which,
Mhm.
like you said earlier, we're very blessed to have fantastic weather. Over 70 floats traveled through
Wow.
downtown Springfield.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
It was amazing. The theme was Real Tennessee Christmas, so we had a lot of great floats that really capitalized and focused their float theme on the music and entertainment industry,
Right.
specific to Tennessee artists. And we actually had 2 awards that we're going to hand out for those parade floats. We had the People's Choice Award, which folks voted for themselves on our website.
Mhm.
And then we had the Mayor's Choice Award, which the mayor selects every year. And so to find out who those winners are, just connect with us on Facebook, or you can sign up for our email newsletter by heading to springfieldtn.gov.
Have you announced that yet, or is it about to be?
We have
announced?
not. That's coming
Okay,
up. That's
okay.
coming up very, very soon.
Okay, so
So-
that'll be breaking news.
Yes.
So very good.
So I encourage everyone to head out there. Something else that we did at the meeting was we approved Ordinance 24-21 that rezoned a property on Main Street. It moved it from medium density residential to core commercial district. So that's more in line with the land usage of the property surrounding it. That's
Mhm.
located near our downtown. And we really have a beautiful downtown.
Oh, yes, we do.
It's
And it
so
gets
iconic.
prettier all the time.
It is something actually that it's funny that you mentioned it gets prettier all the time because we this year started our Main Street Committee. The goal of that committee is to help revitalize our downtown, assist with events such as Trick or Treat on the Square. Something else that they did was they helped print our downtown experience guide for the holiday shopping season. It's a printed out pamphlet that we handed out to all of our Springfield hotels and all of our businesses located downtown, and it lists a directory of all the businesses on the square because if you're just driving through,
Don't
you
really
miss
know.
a lot.
Yeah, you do.
There's unless you like actually walk it downtown, there's just no way to realize how much stuff is down there.
Right.
Yeah. So something else that we installed down there is a very large map. It's on Main Street near 8th Avenue, and then we have another copy next to the Chamber of Commerce. And it's an illustrative map. It's a beautiful map that Molly B Designs created for us. And some folks had some questions online of, well, hey, what's going to happen when a new business comes in and they're not on that map? Are you going to have to get that reprinted? So our Main Street Committee discussed that, and what we decided on was to list addresses rather than business names, and then there's a QR code that you can scan on there, and it takes you to a website with an updated business directory of all the businesses down there.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're ever downtown during a time when we don't have that holiday shopping guide printed out for you and you're uncertain of where to go, what all
Okay.
is down there, you can go to one of those maps, you can scan it, and you
Okay.
can view everything that we
That
have to
makes
offer.
sense. And I think everybody knows how to use a QR code now.
Yes, yeah, you just scan
So.
your phone. Something else that the Main Street did was they collaborated with the Chamber of Commerce to seek public opinion to get our residents and our business owners' vision of their ideal downtown.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, so we hosted a public meeting. We also had a survey online. The committee has been discussing the results of that recently. Some topics that we saw were different events that people enjoy, parking, all those kinds of great stuff. We actually did a study of our parking, and we have a lot of parking downtown. You're never going to guess how many free parking spots that we have downtown.
How many?
451.
Wow, I'm
Yes.
stunned.
It is crazy. So
There is more parking than you realize.
Yeah.
And if you think about the parking lots that are like just behind the square kind of
Yeah.
thing, and there's a lot more there than you realize.
and a lot of that is just because you don't see it.
Yeah, and
So,
people don't realize it's there. Kind
So
of
if
thing.
you head to our website, springfieldtn.gov, we have a
Mhm.
map on our website that displays all of that public parking. So just head to our website and you can view that and kind of realize, oh, okay, I didn't know that that parking lot had free public parking.
Very good.
So
So,
that's just a great thing for our residents to do. Something else that happened.
yeah, just keep going. We're coming down to the last couple of minutes. I want you to wrap.
Yeah, I know.
Get through all your stuff there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we approved Ordinance 24-22 on first reading, just amending a few budget items. That brings me to the point where some people don't realize just how much work goes into our budget every
Mhm.
year. Something unique to cities is that our fiscal year begins on July 1st.
Mhm.
So we're really heading into the planning session of our budget year where, we really get down in there and figure out exactly what we need
Right.
to do. Just all the different services that the city provides, water, electric, sanitation collection.
I can't imagine.
They all have to have a budget.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. For
Um,
sure.
So it's great work. But they're heading into that soon. They're also going to host our strategic planning meeting in the new year. That's when they look 5, 10, and beyond years into the
Right.
future. This is a city that's over 200 years old. So
Mhm.
a lot of planning goes into it just to,
Has to.
make sure we serve our residents.
Mhm.
And you can actually view our 2023 strategic plans focuses on our website.
Very good.
Yeah, we're very transparent. All those things we post on our website. You can head to springfieldtn.gov to view that. It focuses on things like public safety, repairing and upgraded our infrastructure, things like that. Another document you can view while you're on that same government tab is our annual report. That showcases each and every department in the city of Springfield and how they serve our city, different project updates. Even goes into like the analytics and data on the social media that we do, the event attendance, information on grants, all those great things.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So did you get through it?
I did.
Awesome.
I did.
She did great, Ron. I knew she would. I didn't have any doubt. But if I shut my mouth up and just let you talk, you don't have any problem getting through it.
No.
Natasha, so nice to see you. Natasha
you.
Tashi is the Public Affairs Coordinator for the City of Springfield. Did a great job giving us an update on the mayor and alderman meeting in Springfield last night. And Lee Marie's just going to run us out. So it's her time. Thank you, sweetheart, so very much. God bless you. Lee Marie's coming in. It is time for the Go Show. Brother T. Rawls is coming in as well. So you're going to want to stay. You're going to want to stick around for this, guys. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless. Have a fabulous day, y'all. Stay dry. Be safe out there on the